Hey, what's up, my favorite people? What's up, Michigan? How's it going, Diamond?
Hey, not bad. How about you?
Not bad.
You got clothes on. That's good.
I always got clothes on, Diamond. Sometimes it just appears that I don't have clothes on.
Those were so cute. They really were.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yep. I got a buddy involved in it. They went to Chicago, and they actually went out in public and started filming stuff.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I went into public and did that. And then when I got up on the roof, my neighbor's a cop, and he just happened to be outside when I was up on my roof. I was in Florida. That was when we got shut down. I got laid off. So I said, well, we were supposed to have someone rent our house in Florida, but they didn't rent it out. They canceled. So I'm like, hey, pack up. We're going down to Florida. We're going to be locked down. We're going to at least be locked down in Florida, you know?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
So is that stamping plant being shut down? Is that going to hurt you at all?
Yeah, it's going to hurt everybody. Right.
Oh.
So they stamp the parts. So they'll stamp the hood, the doors, all the body parts.
Yeah.
So basically they're shutting them down. There won't be any parts for anybody to build.
Oh.
I don't know about Ford or GM, but let me see what let me read what the email said.
Mm.
Let me see. But if they do shut down, that will be bad for Michigan, because Michigan's basically dependent on
Yeah.
all right, so layoffs will be at Sterling Stamping. Give some numbers, whatever. Effective Monday, 3/28. And Waring Stamping. So each stamping makes parts for certain vehicles. I don't know what they are. And all the big three have. Honda has them. They all have stamping. They usually stamp their own parts. Yeah, so Waring Stamping will be announced April 18th. No layoffs for trades are planned at SHAP as of now. So usually they keep skilled trades around, but they're only going to keep them around for so long. Eventually there will be no work. There's still got to be some people there to run the plant and all that, keep it open, or keep it, certain things got to keep circulating. So we'll see what's going on with that. I'm already prepared. Usually the older guys with a lot of seniority get asked first if they want to get laid off. They usually take it because we get 85 or 95% of our pay, 40 hours. Skilled trades around. Why wouldn't they around for so long? Take the layoff. Eventually there will be no work. Got something open, Robert. There's still going to be some people there.
I'm trying.
We'll just mute them. I'm going to fix that whole problem. What's up, Lance, Sandy, Slow, Chatty, Kathy, Bubba News? Good to. I think he was over at Craig's, wasn't he? I believe that was that guy.
Bubba News. Yeah, he was over there.
Yeah.
Nice guy. I like him.
Yeah, I never seen him before. Good looking fella. A lot better looking than Craig.
Yeah, exactly.
And it looked like Robert had some jokes today, so I'm gonna have to lay into him here as soon as he gets back.
Yeah, Robert did. He's putting out the zingers. See what a little confidence and when you get your own show. See what your own show does to you.
All right,
That's awesome.
we'll bring him back, see if he gets it right this time. Hey, Jim, Marilyn, T-Girl, B-Dog. Bubba,
Connecting.
Bubba. Better, Robert? Good?
Is it
Good
good?
job, buddy.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
You beat me, Diamond. That one guy was talking, so I just left.
Well, I didn't mean to leave. I had my mouse in there and I was clicking around and I clicked the leave button by accident. And then I said, well, I'm gonna go over and see if Jeff is already on, and sure enough, yeah. So I kicked myself out.
I didn't
So-
want to, Craig was
Yeah, you
already
got the
going.
same shirt on today, Jeff.
Oh, no, Robert, this is a firefighter shirt, son.
Hey,
Firefighter shirt.
what's the word today?
Well, you pick it, Robert.
Snow.
Snow? Diamond, I'll text you later on. I had to delete that video, but I'll text you later on about it.
Okay.
You know, Diamond, I just told my mom about the video. Cause she called me just now because I have to go to my sister's in the morning when I take her to therapy. And I said, did you hear the breaking news on Fox? Oh yeah, there's a lot of news coming in, but he still can't come in. So
Well, we'll see, Robert. You might have to wear that hat for many, many days.
yeah. You
Yeah.
hear our video last night, Jeff?
What's that, Robert?
I was on late last night.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it.
Yeah, so I told, hey, Diamond, I caught Lynn this morning and I told her about that white hat I saw, and she was glad I told her about that because she didn't see that. He was throwing out that white hat that she was saying. He had one.
Oh, yes, Mr. T threw out red ones and I saw he had one white hat,
White hat,
right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
that's what Lynn was saying, yep.
yeah, I saw that.
So,
You know, I'm the kind of person that I wish they would just come right out and say stuff instead of this symbolism stuff and making you have to try
suffer.
and figure out what they're
Suffer.
saying. You know, I'm like, get to the point. you know.
People are, committing suicide and everything because of all this, and people losing their relationship and everything, and
Yeah, depression.
you
Yep.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of let it not bother you. I mean, I know it's kind
Right.
of hard to do, but
Right.
it's
I like being direct. I like, stop beating around the bush and just come right out and tell me,
yeah.
Yeah.
Be a lot better.
Hey, the Michigan women made it to their first Elite Eight or Final Four last night, Jeff.
Oh, that's cool, Robert.
Yeah, the
I don't
women.
know, Cindy. I haven't. That's the first time I've seen that Fox video. She's asking if we know if that Fox video is current or from 2021. I don't know.
No, I don't think.
I'm not sure.
I think I might have read something.
Yeah, Jeff, I think that's current because I saw on Fox website, they're on my phone. I can pull up their news website, and people were talking about Ginny Thomas, Clarence Thomas's wife, sent texts to Mark Meadows, and those were the texts, and they were, of course, they're questioning now, her husband, whether or not, it's going to compromise the Supreme Court and all this stuff, but that's so stupid. But yeah, I love her. She's really very nice.
Where did you go eat last night? McDonald's?
Outback.
Jeff, he's brought his joking over here.
Yeah, I see that.
Did you guys have a blooming onion?
Blooming onion, yeah, we did, yeah. All right, yeah, Bill, you can post, anybody can post whatever they want in chat. I'm not real smart on playing stuff, but.
It must be the video that she's following or
yeah,
putting in.
maybe. Someone's saying the video's from 2021. Yeah.
I
Either
don't
way,
know.
it got out there.
We gotta
Look,
confirm.
It's all disinformation. Just put it in the back of your head and think about it. And, you know, I don't believe half the stuff I see. Or what is it? None of what you see and only half of what you hear, or half of what you hear and something like that.
Hey, Jeff, or Diamond, remember what Bubba just said about the distraction and everything about that? So that makes sense, doesn't it? You're saying when you're saying everybody in the world's looking at the Ukraine.
Yep.
Yeah,
I heard today that what their game plan is to distract, deceive, and destroy.
What the hell says, what would you do right now if given $1,000?
Hey,
I don't
Chuck.
know. Depends.
I'd buy more silver coins and I
Yeah.
would buy some scratch tickets.
So Chuck, can
Yeah,
you confirm that? Did you see that video
Which one?
on Fox this morning?
What was it about?
Diamond will explain it to you.
It was about fraud. There was watermark ballots that they found that were in 12 battleground states, basically stuff we already kind of know. But we don't know if that video was from 2021 or from recent. So
I
who knows?
still late, but I don't know if it's too late.
Chuck, they were text messages sent from Ginny Thomas, who's Clarence Thomas's wife, to Mark Meadows. And she was talking about those things.
Was there a date stamp on that?
I didn't see, because the video is taken of the TV,
Gotcha.
Jeff, and I couldn't really see very clearly a date or anything. Yeah,
Well, it don't matter. I mean, if it's from 2021 or right now, it don't really change nothing. It's just bringing to the public what's going on. I think we already know kind of what's going on. They cheated. That's a fact. They cheated, period. That's what it is. That's not a conspiracy. That's a fact. They cheated.
Like what
They don't need to
Pelosi,
be taken care of.
Jeff, let's like what Pelosi said. That he's gonna win 100%. He's
Right.
guaranteed.
Well, that's
That's
why he
all.
never, that's just like Hillary didn't really do much. And just like Biden didn't do much. He already knew they were going to win. They already knew that. There's no reason to go out and you know, I mean, if I knew this shit was going on today, that COVID bullshit come out. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, if you're a little bit awake, you already know what's going on.
As soon as I seen the crap that happened when I was watching Fox and they're saying one thing and it's showing something else, I'm yeah, this is going to get screwed out.
Well, how did like California call the election for California for Biden like 2 minutes after the polls closed? I mean, come on. Same with Arizona. Same with all.
And the toilets explode and they're closing down everything, and then it shows video of people still working. Yeah, I'm like,
Detroit
yeah.
boarding up windows. Yep. Hey, Michigan girl.
yeah, they didn't have a flood of, it was a toilet that was leaking or something. It wasn't, it didn't flood anything. It was all a ruse, you know?
Yeah.
One of the guys said somebody could have kept up with that water leak. They went in there once an hour and mopped it up.
Yeah. So look, this whole video thing, look, don't fall for anything, right? Here's what I've been doing. I don't believe none of this shit, right? Because anybody can take a text, they can make up their own text, put a name on it, they can do whatever they want, and they can just spread disinformation. And then here we are falling for, oh, this is gonna happen. Well, look, ain't nothing gonna happen until it's time to happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen until either enough people wake up or we get sick of the bullshit. That's because look, they're still. I think Bubba said it in Craig's video. They're pushing. Like this whole COVID thing was just a test. It was just a trial run to see what they can get away with. Next winter, you can guarantee this will be 10 times worse. The lockdowns are going to be worse. You won't, in my opinion, you won't be able to go get gas. You won't be able to go to the grocery store. You won't be able to go to work. You won't be able to do anything unless you get the vaccine. So if we don't stop this bullshit, it's over.
Election year on top of it.
You know, half the people are already vaccinated. Now they only got to worry about 30% of us. That's all they got to do. If you can't see what's going on,
Yeah,
they either fall into place or they're going to eliminate you.
exactly. I saw a video this morning, well, actually this afternoon, with Clay Clark, and he had on Julie Green, and they were playing a video from a Yuval Noah Harari, and he supposedly is part of this great reset thing. And that's where he said things like distract, deceive, and destroy. Science is not about the truth, it's about power. And he said that like 3 times. And then Clay Clark explained the COVID-19 is the C is control of the V ID, and then the 19, the 1 stands for A, and the 9 is the I letter, so AI. So what they're doing is they're transforming people from humans to AI. That's what they ultimately want to do by changing the RNA, the DNA, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of, when you think about it, and it's a way for them to track us too.
Peggy was watching TV the other day, and the first movie they had on was that World War Z about the zombie infection. The very next movie after it was Red Dawn. What's that?
I just saw a sick video, David.
I mean, you're muted.
Sorry, Chuck.
I mean, you're muted or something.
Oh yeah, I just muted myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree, Kathy. It's like our governor here in Michigan. She's giving out $400 if you had car insurance in Michigan. She's giving back $400. It's like she's supposedly trying to fix the roads, which she's not really doing. Which that's how really well, I don't think she won. I think she cheated with a bunch of other battleground states, you know, swing states. They were put there for this reason. Because it was all close.
Yep. They were placed there.
Yeah.
To be part of their plan.
And look, there, in my opinion, there hasn't been a real election for, I don't know, long time. So if you think you're voting for somebody, no, they're going to put whoever they want in there. Your vote really don't matter, in my opinion. It's just, this whole thing's coming to an end. It's either we're going to be dead or we're going to be free. Because right now we're not free.
Jeff, look at this. A buddy of mine sent me the other day. He said, well, you don't want to waste bullets with what's coming.
Yeah, it's, it makes me sick.
That
they're being, I don't know. It's bullshit.
Is that a knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a knife.
Yeah. Oh.
He sent one to Vicky too. Looks like she's holding a sword.
Wow.
He goes,
Yeah, it could have been B.
I'm not going down without a fight. I'll fight my way to the death. I don't care.
I'm here.
Yeah, Lil, get your favorite kitchen knife and keep a good edge on it.
Yeah,
Well, they don't want to fight, Diamond. What they want to do is they just want to. You can already see how it's happening, where they slowly just take stuff away from you, take stuff away from you. They're going to make it harder. Then if they already did it, they already locked everyone down. Well, you can't go to work, you can't go to the grocery store, you can't do this. Wait till this winter, see what happens.
yeah.
If they don't fix it, because you can almost count on Republicans taking over everything in November. You can pretty much count on that.
What's up, Craig?
Shit ain't fixed by then. They're gonna come with everything they have.
But I keep banking on the fact that God is gonna take care of this before it even gets to being bad. He's going to take care of us. I know, Jeff, but that's how I'm thinking.
The very last second, Don. Think about throughout time. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I got to disagree with you guys on that one. I got to say we got to take care of it.
No,
No,
Well-
I'm not, well, I tell you what I'm doing. I'm not waiting around for God to finish this when I can do it myself. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be led down that road.
Yeah,
You guys know I believe in God and all that, but I'm not. My opinion, I can't wait around for that. That's just my
Okay.
opinion.
And maybe that's God telling him to do, God's going
Oh,
to tell us different things. We're all going to
exactly.
have different assignments.
You got it, Craig.
Craig,
No.
I pushed the wrong button.
When? Oh, when you left, it's all right. It was the end of the show anyway.
I wanted to beat Diamond over first.
I know. I
but,
figured you
you
just
know,
had enough.
Hey, Jeff, can you explain to me the title, One Man Wolf Pack?
I don't like people, Diamond, so I'd rather just do stuff by myself.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation.
Yeah.
Look, most of the time people just get in your way. They slow you down.
Yeah.
You might as well just do stuff by yourself. That way you only got to worry about yourself. Look, if you got it's like a double-edged sword, right? You got a lot of people, you got a lot of protection, but now you got to feed a lot of people. You got to house a lot of people. If you're all
Yes.
by yourself, you really ain't got nothing to worry about. You can hide
Right.
a lot easier. You can do things a lot, in darkness and all that,
If
Yeah.
you get caught, it was your fault. If you get in a jam, it was your fault. It's nobody else's fault. You're
Yeah, but
the only one.
does anybody else really believe that if it gets really bad and Jeff has something like food or something, that he's not going to share it with people? I don't
Him?
believe that. Yes, I believe he will. He'll
Oh, he
share
will.
with people.
No, he will. He will.
I don't
And
know
you
about
why?
the sandwich with the chili.
Wait. This is why. It's his old statement. The only reason, what is it? The only way he can keep what he has is to give it away. Or
Oh.
something like that. Is that how you say it, Jeff?
I can only keep what I have by giving it away.
By giving it away. It
Oh.
all comes back.
Okay.
But he lives by that motto. And
Yeah.
it's been working out for him.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Now look, Diamond, we're gonna pack up. We'll let Jeff be the lead. He's gonna be
Yes.
alone. We'll let him go ahead. We'll follow behind with the pack.
Yes,
All of us, you see.
with our covered wagons, we'll be behind Jeff. Jeff will be the scout.
If he gets in a jam, he'll either clear the way or we'll find his body. So
Okay,
either way, we're gonna be good, Don.
okay, I'm with you, Craig.
I keep telling everybody the end of the year or by the end of the summer, really make sure when you go shopping, you go pick up one of them blue tubs and just put a whole bunch of canned and box goods in and just bring it in and put it somewhere. And I'm thinking by the end of the summer, you ain't gonna find nothing in the stores.
I know even the potatoes said that.
Well, and the sad thing too is if you try and grow your own food, those chemtrails have done so much damage to the, all the stuff that's fallen from those into the land. You don't know what is in your stuff that's growing in the dirt.
I'm seeing a lot more trees dying here. You seen any more of that this year over there, Craig? You had a lot of trees ain't blooming and dying and falling apart.
Seeing
You
up
know
here,
what?
Chuck.
I haven't noticed that, Chuck, to be honest with you. I mean, just the stand. Well, we had the storm that did a lot of, wreaked a lot of havoc. But not that I've noticed. But let me be more I'll look into it more and see what I see. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on the Jeff Riddle 2 show. What a wonderful audience here. We have, Jeffrey, you have 274 keen watchers wondering what is going to happen next.
Monty's gonna wake up.
I think they
Right.
want more photos, Jeff.
Jeff, can we talk about the community page, please?
There might be a couple more photos maybe. But there should be a good video coming out soon. I'll have to post on there.
A video, wow.
It'll make you laugh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, it's a good one. Hey, Tennessee
Okay,
girl.
good.
So Craig, you missed the joke Diamond said I did at the beginning.
Wait, what'd you do? Robert, you always got good ones. What was it?
I said, Jeff, what do you have for dinner? I said, did you have McDonald's?
You know he isn't going to eat that. He doesn't eat Rotten Ronalds.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, let's get back. I'd like to get back to that topic, how God's going to save us. And I think this would be, I don't know. I say it'd be 50-50. Here's my 2 cents on that whole scenario. So like the guy on the roof, right? He's in a flood. He's on the house. He's praying to God. Hey, God save me. So here comes a boat. Guy's like, no. God's going to save me. You guys already know the story. Then here comes a helicopter. Hey, I'm here to save you. No. God's going to save me. Guy dies. Gets up to heaven. Hey, God, why didn't you save me? He said, hey, I sent you a boat and a helicopter. You didn't jump on either one.
Yeah,
I can only do so much.
yeah.
But we blatantly know that these people are trying to kill us and trying to, I mean, look at gas is, you don't have to be locked down, right? The gas can be $8 a gallon. Guess what? You're not going nowhere. You're going to be a prisoner in your own home. Can't go nowhere. There's no food. You can already kind of see that happening. Go ahead, Diamond.
I was just gonna say, speaking of the gas, my youngest brother called me this morning and said that he went out to his car and he noticed that his gas door was open. And he went in, he had like a quarter of tank of gas. They hit the wrong car because he only had a quarter of a tank. But he was down in between the reds. So they had siphoned gas out of his car. So
And they're doing, sorry,
Yeah.
Dom.
No, that's all right. I just helped him to get some more gas, and I told him, when you leave the gas station, go to Napa Auto Parts and get a lockable gas cap
Yes.
so they don't do it again.
And
so
they're
he
doing
did.
it. They're
Yeah,
doing
go
it here,
ahead.
Jeff. They're getting trucks. So they've warned service stations. They're getting trucks, putting big drum in the back, like the ones that are on the pallet with the crate. They're filling up. So just filling up and then driving off. And they're even tricking the pumps, like they're breaking into the pump to let it continue to deliver gas. So, because stations can shut it off, they can allow only so much. They're actually overriding that, and like getting away with big amounts of diesel, big amounts, So that's what we got now. We're gonna have a bunch of piracy going on, a bunch of looting going on. But here's a question: is if gas goes up, like you said, Jeff, we're gonna be a prison. You're not gonna be able to go anywhere. Could that also be by design?
It could be. It could be. That's what's so screwed up about this whole mind thing, that, right? It's two different, you got two different stories, and they're both kind of leading exactly the same place.
Same
right?
direction.
You got the good, you got the evil, and they're both going the same exact place. And you don't know what's good. You don't know who to listen to. You don't know what's going on. You're just like, you know what? I don't believe anything. All I'm going to do is try to do the right thing for the right reasons, for the right people. Other than that, just stay away from me. I'm trying to take care of myself and my family and all that. Get prepared, because these are all things we can do, right? We can get prepared. We can stock up food. We can prepare for a rainy day, and get cash, even though it might not be worth anything. At least you got some cash, ammo, food, whatever. Go ahead, Diamond.
On my phone, when I woke up this morning, there was a text message after midnight saying that there was a PayPal donation to somebody's name. I don't know who they are. It was a last name of, I think it sounds like the Ethiopian people or whatever, of $9.99.
They were
Now,
checking you.
I went on PayPal and there is no activity on there. And I went on the number that I had used for the credit card number of PayPal, and nothing's been taken out there. And it said within 30 minutes, if you did not make this, authorize this, go to this link. But 30 minutes had already been gone. I just sent back to the phone number. I said, I did not make this transaction. Left it at that. But
that's scary, Diamond. So
Yeah.
they're able to access your PayPal and make.
yes. But they haven't, it didn't come off. It didn't go on my PayPal because there's been no activity. And it didn't come out of my checking account, but they had my phone number, obviously, to text it, right?
Yep, because they
Is that-
they hacked. Yeah, they hacked my cousin's Chase account, his
Oh.
bank account.
Hmm.
So they're doing a lot right now. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, Diamond, my mom had to get a new debit card because someone put in like a $2 transaction on their account.
Oh,
So she had to get a whole new card.
yeah.
So
Yep, that's how
Hmm.
they test it. They do a small transaction and then, or maybe a few small ones, and then they try to hit you for a nice big one,
Yeah, Jeff, I found you a video cut of that you were talking about earlier about the watermark stuff, if you want it.
Oh, wait, he stepped away for a second. He probably had to go to the potty. He has a very big body, but a very small bladder.
probably getting his ice cream.
More popcorn.
Oh, I hope not. He's getting naked.
It's like my wife, we go on vacation, we pass everything around except somewhere that has a bathroom. Somebody had,
Hey, what was the last picture, Diamond? He was in a bathtub, a bubble bath that I drew for him.
Yes, you drew a bath for him. Yeah, he was in there with bubbles and I think some rubber toys or something.
Yeah, we
Like
know.
a rubber duck.
I don't know if it was a duck, Diamond. It was definitely a toy, though.
Oh. Well, I put underneath, I added a comment on that one. I said, scrub a dub dub, a silly man in a tub.
Next time add more bubbles, Craig.
Yeah.
I will, Jeff. That's what we definitely need, more bubbles.
Will you pop in popcorn, Jeff?
No.
Oh, and I'm sorry. In a second here, I might have to go open the gate.
Come to
Okay,
get
good
you,
luck.
Craig.
Thank you. I'll let you know, Jeff.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Oh, look.
Is Buddy the new word?
Oh, well, Bubba News. Okay, Bubba's in the chat. Bubba says Chase, so his wife's account got hacked. Bank still trying to correct it. Sent her a low balance alert of $499,000 and $499,000.
Craig, you gotta go back to school.
I do. I can't say all those. Look, I saw all those numbers and it shocked me. Z-Man, shocked.
people out there would be happy to see a low balance alert on their account of 499,000.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mine. I've seen way worse, like negatives.
Yeah. You owe us $20 plus the 100 we're going to charge you.
Yeah. Yeah, mine look more like the temperature in Antarctica, and worse.
I got NASCAR on right now. They're in Texas, I think. I don't
Who
know.
is the big dog in NASCAR these days?
They got a lot of young rookies now. So,
Anybody hot?
that number 5 guy, he's what was his name? Ken Larson.
And Bubba Watson. Wait, no, what was he? No, Bubba Watson. Is he he's a what is he, golfer? That's a golfer.
Yeah, he's a golfer.
Sounds like a NASCAR guy though, wouldn't you think? Who was the popular NASCAR dude that got brought up in all the woke stuff? Or no, it was racist stuff. They had a pull for a rope to pull down the garage door, and they were like, "Oh, it's a noose! It's a noose."
Bubba
Bubba.
something,
Yeah, he
Bubba
was,
Wallace.
black dude.
That's
Wallace.
Bubba Wallace.
Professor
Other ones-
Falcon just put in the chat that great public announcement, locking gas caps don't work.
Yeah, I mean, they can get by anything. You're right.
Yeah.
They'll get past anything, but will deter. But they've been drilling holes. They've been going underneath and actually drilling holes into the tank. Imagine if that sparks.
Oh my
working
God.
tonight, Jeff?
Huh?
You working?
No. No.
Take this job and shove it.
Hey, Craig, I don't know if you heard, but I put something in your chat. Our couple stamping plants are shut down at our work. So they stamp the
Wait.
parts.
What does that mean, Jeff? They
Well,
can't
they-
get the raw material to stamp?
Well, or no one's buying trucks, or I don't know, but someone, Sterling Stamping's getting laid off Monday, and they're going to announce
What?
the other plant, Warren Stamping, on April 18th.
Yeah. So when that happens, Jeff, that means they're predicting nothing happening for a while because they're laying you off just to get you off the payroll because they don't expect to be doing anything for a bit there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Have they put any dates, Jeff, as far as how long they're gonna be laid off for?
No,
No?
I haven't really heard nothing.
I mean, what's that going to do to this family?
Well, here in Michigan, right? A lot of people don't know this, but if you're from Michigan, it's called, and it was more relevant back probably in the 80s. The big three would be Ford, GM, Chrysler. They hired a couple 100,000 people. Well, maybe even more than that, but it slowly went down just because of automation. And, of course, automation, robots take over. There's less jobs. It happens all the time. It's just a continuous cycle of people losing their jobs to robots, basically. And so that was the big three in Michigan. But if you're really not from Michigan, you really probably didn't know about it. You haven't heard of it. But a lot of Michigan is a lot of these mom and pop shops feed the big three. They make parts for them, seats, whatever. But a lot of Michigan depends on the big three. So if the big three shut down, that will almost bring Michigan to a halt for the most part. So now that affects all kinds of businesses because everyone gets laid off. No one's working. Now the restaurant industry is done. There'll be less food getting bought at the grocery. It just affects everything. So it's pretty huge thing if this shuts down. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Can they collect unemployment
Yep. Yeah, we get.
so
we
they can get
85
something?
we
Yeah.
get 85 or 95% of our 40-hour check.
Okay.
So we get unemployment and plus we get I forget what they call it. So
Yeah, but how long does that last? That's what I wonder. And I know with health insurance too, they have COBRA where you can continue on with your health care,
I
but
think
that
we keep
ends.
that.
Yeah, but that ends after a while. I think
I don't
after a
know.
year or so. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
know.
not sure.
Yeah, I know in our state, unemployment is a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jeff, that's almost going to be as big as like when Detroit, when all the auto workers went down. You remember like Detroit turned into that desolate town. I guess it's going to be a similar thing or worse, make it worse, huh?
Well, I've already showed you guys photos of Flint. I was just in there today, and they had burnt buildings, schools that are shut down, buildings that are tore down, ripped in half. But anyway, GM left Flint, right? They must have had at one time back in the heyday, they must have had good 6 or 8 plants, big plants in Flint, and then they all went to overseas, I believe, Mexico or
Oh, China. A lot of them went to China because they
Yep.
GM actually went in works with China with giving them all their information, like almost, like the Chinese didn't even have to steal it, Jeff. They actually went there and showed them how to do it.
Well, that's funny you bring that up, Craig, because when I was working at Boeing, the plane building company, they sold out a long time ago to McDonnell Douglas, I believe. Check me on this, but they kept the name. Anyway, when I was there, they had a big dog from China. Might have been the head dog of China. Come over there, and they bought a shit ton of planes. But here's the deal: they had to build a factory in China, and they had to build them in China. So what do you think they're doing when they build them in China? Right? China does this all the time. They'll buy something and they'll just re-engineer it.
That's it.
Reverse engineer it.
Reverse. Yep.
And then now they know how it's done. I don't know if I don't know where those what is it, 737 Max?
Yeah.
The ones that have been crashing. I don't know where they're built. I don't know.
They were grounded. Tin was just talking about that. Tin
Yep.
foil. They were grounded in her state, as a matter of fact. And there was just a plane crash in China that
Yep.
rumor has it Fang Fang, who was with Fartwell, Swalwell, his
Yep.
secret spy. She apparently died in that crash. But
Well,
that's a rumor.
that was the first thing I was going to ask. Who was on that plane?
Correct.
That's what you need to do. Get the manifest and find out who was on that plane. That's probably going to tell you quite a bit of stuff.
Jeff,
Oh,
Lisa,
Jeff, I'm gonna go find something to eat. I think Mom got meatloaf she made up.
All right,
for
Robert,
me.
I
don't let your
love
meatloaf.
meatloaf.
Don't let your meatloaf, Robert.
Don't let your meatloaf, Robert.
Ketchup with the meatloaf, Greg.
Stop with
We'll
the
catch
ketchup
up on your
shit, Robert.
meatloaf.
Stop.
and Jeff, Lisa just asked if you'd give George a branch.
You
All
gotta
right,
go there.
who's George?
George is Alder, isn't he Alder,
Alder
Al- Alger County, something like that? Where is he? I don't see. I'm gonna love him and squeeze him and call him George.
Am I looking for George or am I looking for like an alias or something?
Yeah, he should be under Alger County something, but let me see.
I thought already,
I thought we already did too.
Michigan.
Lester, get up here and tell us what you want, dang it. I always typing.
I wanted to ask a question. Those in that video, those were texts sent from Ginny Thomas, Clarence Thomas's wife, to Mark Meadows.
Correct.
Who released those?
Well, Diamond, you saw that Fox News report. Did you see that? What Fox
Yeah.
News reported? That video?
Yes,
I
right,
like
but who released those texts?
Hmm.
Well,
Go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
end of the world.
Oh, end of the world. End of the world.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right, there we go. All right.
That's a good question, Diamond. I don't know.
Yeah, if you got a channel, drop your link whenever you want. 50 million times if you want. I don't care.
And
Yeah,
Diamond, with all the releases, you never know what's what. Like Jeff said, both roads are going down. Both sides are going to the same one spot.
Exactly. I'm questioning the timing of the release and who released them. Because if I text Jeff and Jeff texts back to me, why would I mean, that's a private conversation or semi-private, because I know that, people are looking,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but, I don't expect them to be released,
Boy, I didn't think about that. I've sent some really bad text to people. I need to really.
Yes, you better watch it. Craig, watch what you text.
I send Jeff Riddle pictures of me and popcorn.
Oh,
Oh, and feet.
our closing.
Oh, he's got a big giant bucket. Jeff, you can wear that bucket on your head.
Are they-
There's a little bit of popcorn in there.
Oh, well,
Are
don't
they-
do that. You're gonna
Oh,
get
there we
nothing
go.
here.
Are there clothes involved, Craig?
No clothing. Diamond.
You might want to rethink sending those via text, right?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very sensual Jeff Riddle 2 show. I feel like Barry White's about to come on. Oh, yeah.
You'll never find.
Popcorn was a bad dude.
Who?
Popcorn was a bad dude. Jeff's on his popcorn bucket.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn was a bad dude. Yes.
Popcorn, the moonshiner. Is that who you're talking about, Chuck?
Popcorn Sutton, yeah.
Popcorn Sutton. Yep.
Bang, bang.
Well, wasn't there a corn pop too?
Oh,
That's the resident's buddy.
Yeah.
One that like rubbing his hairy legs.
Oh,
Corn
geez.
Pop-
Oh,
Corn
God.
Pop was in love with another man. They loved each other, Jeff.
Yeah, so all this intel bull crap, in my opinion, it's there's really no reason to sweat it. It's like, hey, look, this is gonna happen on this date. Well, this bullshit's been going on for 2 years. I'll believe it when I see it. Other than that, I'm gonna worry about getting prepared, getting water or getting ammo, getting food, making a garden, whatever,
Drilling gas tanks.
whatever you got to do.
Whatever you gotta do.
Get a generator, which that's probably really a waste of time because there won't be no gas. That's only going to run for so long.
Yeah.
No problem, Lisa. It's just, I don't know. Just,
Jeff, I'll be right back. I gotta go open that gate.
all right, be
I'll be
careful,
right
buddy. Be careful. Say hi to the neighbors for me.
Thank you.
See ya.
Hey, Jeff says hi.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Jeff says hi.
Make sure you got your hat sideways.
I do.
Right.
That's how I wear it. I wear it gangsta when I walk outside. They don't mess with me around here, Chuck. I'm a bad
You gotta-
dude.
You got to mean mug them too.
I will, just like you do, Jeff. I love it.
Thank you, Brew W. He said the January 6th commission released those texts.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe it when I hear it. If they say any kind of a date, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's crap.
Yeah.
Stop with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I see them walking them out of the Capitol in handcuffs or something like that, say, okay, something's going on.
I still
Yeah.
might not believe that.
That's true.
Honestly,
Could be Holly weird, huh?
you never
Yes.
know. You
Could
know?
be a movie.
I don't believe none of it. We've been lied to. I don't trust no. It's like, like when I was younger, my grandma would be like, she'd have some cookies on the counter. I'm like, Grandma, are those chocolate chip? Yeah. Take a bite of them. They're raisin. Grandma, we've already been through this shit. I'm not falling for this shit no more. Next time I'm there, I'm just assuming they're raisins. That's just how I roll. Like, look, you done lied to me once. You're gonna lie to me again, Grandma. I know it. I know your game. I'm on to you.
Like the black man said, how many times you gonna pick that horseshoe up before you realize it's hot?
Yeah. I'm pretty slow, Chuck. So I'd probably say twice for me. But no more than 3 times. I learned my lesson. 3 times I learned. 3 DUIs, I learned.
Kind of the strike 3, you're out thing.
Right. And that's just how I roll. I mean, I'm going to try it. Maybe something was weird the first time. And, look, this one time we were traveling, I needed air on the tire, so I grabbed a quarter. It was raining pretty good. I put a quarter in there. I got shocked. Like, oh, man. So then I switched arms, did it again, got shocked again. That only took twice, and I learned on that one.
Kind of like little boys and electric fences. Remember that as a kid?
Yeah.
I bet I could be on it fast enough, it won't get me. Yeah.
That's some good timing. You got to break that stream just right.
I fooled both my cousins into it. It's broke. It don't work. And I was standing there doing it. It looked like it was. They both come over there and they beat all over their faces.
Pee on your buddy. Pee on. It's like a fire hose. Ah!
They got me. So they both got their BB guns and chased me through the woods.
Yeah. Only pump it twice, though. Only pump it twice.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff, you got me questioning whether my grandmother's lied to me or not.
Yeah.
About what? About what, Diamond?
I don't know. Jeff said his grandmother lied to him about cookies. Now it's making me think, did my grandmother's lie to me about something?
Oh, my grandfather lied to me. I remember being at his house, which was over here, and we lived in the city. So it was kind of scary because it was the woods and I was a little kid. And so at nighttime I get scared. I'd be like, Papa, I really want to go home. And he'd say, oh no, baby, because he was Italian. The causeway is closed. Like they have a bridge that goes to New Orleans. So it was shut down, he said, at night. I believed that all the way up until like 18, 19. My boy's like, oh, we got to stay with these chicks, but they're across the lake. I'm like, well, we can't go to the causeway. It closes at nighttime. They're like, what? What are you talking about? Thing's 24 hours. But I believed it.
Yeah.
Why would they lie to me, Diamond?
Well,
I don't know. Why did Papa lie to you?
For
He
your
didn't
own
want to
good,
get up and he didn't want to drive me home.
right?
It worked out.
Well, usually I only lie when it benefits me. You
That's
know?
good.
That's
Wait.
That's a good question to ask yourself. Well, if you want to find someone else lying, well, who does it benefit if they're lying? Usually it benefits them, right?
Well, and indirectly too, it benefits the other person as well. They'll say, hey, do I look fat in this dress? You can't say, yeah, you look fat in that dress. You got to say, no, you don't look fat in that dress. Because if you say the truth, it's going to be, it's not going to benefit you, Jeff. It's not
Yeah,
going to
but
benefit you at all.
The old,
Right.
do these jeans make my butt look big?
Oh, I'll be right back.
Now, my ex, and he's an ex for a reason. My ex-husband, I'd ask him, does this dress make me look fat? And he'd say, it's not the dress.
There you go. Smart man.
Yes.
It's those 4 double cheeseburgers you ate before you put the dress on. Fatty McFat.
Yeah, buddy of mine.
I kicked him to the curb for that answer.
Yeah. Well, Mary Shea says, what about Santa and the Easter Bunny? Look, I lie to my kids all the time. Like, hey, you better go to bed. Santa's not coming. Well, that was a lie. Just think of all the lies. It's almost like we were programmed to believe all the bull crap. Like, hey, you better eat all your vegetables so you grow up big and strong. That was a lie.
Well, what about Santa and the Easter Bunny? What about him?
Well, the lies that your parents told you, or you told your kids, or whatever.
There's no lies.
Yeah.
They exist.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could say that, right? If you don't believe in Santa, then
Toy.
maybe you should be Santa. Right?
All them white lies we were raised on.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Easter Bunny. I don't know. You look back on all that stuff, it's like, really look into it though, how it all originated. I haven't looked into it. I don't know. I think it's all, I don't know where the Easter Bunny originated from. I don't know where Santa originated from, or the Tooth Fairy, but I bet you it's probably a sick place, I would think.
Easter Bunny originated in Cadbury.
Well, there you go. See, now
And
you
Santa
learned something.
Claus was German, I think, and the Krampus would follow around. The Krampus would be for the bad kids.
My brother said it's Saint Nicholas.
Oh, by the way, my DoorDash driver, his name was Prince, but it wasn't the same guy. I was hoping it would be Prince. It's like, yeah, he is alive.
What'd you get?
Chili's,
Oh,
my
Okay.
favorite. My
Yeah.
favorite. I got a steak. Oh, let me text it back. Actually, my sister got it for me. She DoorDashed from another state. So if you're living in another state and you want to send love to your brother, or in the same state, you can DoorDash food to their house.
Got one of my buddies, he's real paranoid after dark here in the last year because he lives by himself. I was talking to him on the phone, and he's ex-special forces and all that. He goes, I'm trying to figure out how I can prank him. What should I do? I said, order Domino's, put on there to tell him not to call first, just knock really hard. Just at midnight, I can imagine Keith would have a stroke.
Yeah, so I think it was Sean. So what's a Easter? What's a rabbit got to do with an egg? I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. I got to look into that tonight. Let me write myself a note. Look into.
It's
why.
pagan. It's definitely pagan. Now look where they put all these holidays. They
all
take
are.
away from a religious, they take away from, well, not religious. Let me say they try to take away from our God, from God. Where is Easter? Where is that located?
Yeah.
Right. You know?
Well, yeah, right. Now, look, everything's a play on words. Everything. Good morning.
Understand.
Yeah. Do you understand me? Are you underneath
No,
me?
I do not understand.
I don't understand you. I'm not underneath you. Good morning. Right? Are you wake up? You wake, awake. You're in awake. It's like we're in a bad dream or something. Bless. Look, someone says God bless. God be less.
I heard that one.
You can go on forever with all these words. If you go into court, you know that all these words are it's like one word, one meaning. Well, you got a lot of, like, there is like 3 different things. Not that it makes any damn sense, but I'm saying, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like morning is 2. Morning is like, when the sun comes up, and morning is when somebody's in mourning of someone that died.
Correct.
You wake up, and then awake is like a funeral. Court. Games are played on courts, and you go to court. There's all kinds of them. I'm sure people.
Disease,
I dropped you a link,
dis-ease.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Here's your link. I'm gonna drop in chat. It's got all about all that.
Hey, Jeff, I'm going to jump out, but I'm going to be watching. I'm going to get down on this Chili's.
Get down on it, son.
All right. Love y'all. Thank y'all for having us.
Later.
Me and everybody. Jeff, love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Try not to take any photos I wouldn't take.
Oh,
Absolutely, Craig.
No, take them. We like them.
Bye,
Love you,
Craig.
Diamond. Love you, Chuck.
Love you,
Z-Man,
bud.
wherever you are. We love you. And Monty.
about the occult holidays, that link I just dropped.
Wait.
Now, see, that's another word, Jeff. Chili's. Now, Chili's, the restaurant, or chili being outside.
Yeah. 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 To bear, the bear, and your bear. There's a bunch of different ones.
They said Santa is an anagram for Satan.
Yeah, it could be.
Reindeer,
That's-
a horned animal
that's true.
representing a horned god, stag god.
Well, one of the reindeer's names is Vixen.
That's what, like prostitute or something, ain't it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We've just been deceived our whole lives. Isn't that what Satan's called? The great deceiver?
Yep.
He's been running the show since day one.
Valentine's Day is a pagan festival that encourages love and physical lust.
Valentine's Day. I believe that's something going on with that. Let me look that up. Valentine's Day.
They had a massacre that started it, I think, way
Yeah.
back.
Yep. Yep, way back when.
Babylon is Ishtar. Easter, also called the moon goddess.
Yeah, it's unreal. And then we just keep spreading the lies, spreading the lies.
The Easter bunny, the goddess told him the moon hare would lay eggs for good children to eat.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Get bored, I'm gonna look into all this stuff.
Kind of makes you feel bad the deeper you look. I'm looking at it now, I'm getting away from it. It's kind of like, yeah, I did that stuff for my kid.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Rex, the whole birth canal and the straw man, all that stuff. You can look into that. That's kind of interesting. You know, whether it's true or not, who knows? You know, you're not gonna, I don't know, just lies upon lies. You don't even know which way to go. Just like where we're at right now. Who's good? Who's bad? Who's telling the truth? Who's not telling the truth? You know, back like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korean War, all that. You knew who to take care of. You don't know who to take care of now. You don't know who the enemy is.
We stayed in our own yard, protected our own yard. If Mexico and Canada want to be involved in it, we all take care of this island. We're protected by walls on both oceans, pretty much. Be a lot better off.
The word F-U-C-K, I believe that originated fornication under the king's consent, or fornication under consent of the king. I believe it was.
They tried to tax it.
Yep, you had to ask for permission to have sex. All that, I find all that stuff interesting. This, when someone did this to you, I believe, from the little bit of research I've done, is saying they can still kill you because you only need this finger to pull back a bow. So I believe that's where this came from. And I think I've already talked about some of this stuff, like Saved by the Bell. Back in the turn of the century, they'd bury you with a bell. They didn't know if you were dead or not. So then if you woke up, you could ring the bell, and then the graveyard shift could dig you up. That's where the graveyard shift came from. Somebody at night.
The term the pot to piss and don't have a pot to piss, and that's the poor people eating pots and sold it to the tanner to tan leather. If you're so poor you couldn't even afford a pot to piss and to sell it to the tanner.
Yep. Don't throw the baby out. What was it? Don't throw the baby out with the bath water. So the male would take a shower on down to the baby. The baby would be the last one. Water would be dirty. That's where that came from. A lot of cool sayings like that. You always wonder what people are saying, but they're like, well, what's it mean? Where'd it come from?
Where a shot of whiskey came from, they trade a bullet for a shot glass full of whiskey.
Yep, all interesting stuff. All right, well, have fun now, Taco Roboxo, Springles, whatever the hell your name is. Toodaloo.
Filling his head with opium, so he left.
Yeah, that's all right. It's ain't for everybody. It's just for the cool kids. If you're not cool, you're probably going to leave. No big deal.
You do like me, you throw a lot of just chitty chat in, a little bit of joke, and if anybody comes up with a topic that might be real, talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all just hanging out. Let's see what Wendy Girl says. I think we all knew a lot of the small lies, but when you hear it has to do with the devil crap, it just makes your head spin. You can do a week show on that. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the devil's been running stuff forever. And now they're all in place. All the evil ones are in place. So.
Yeah, they've been practicing on this, for 800 or 900 years?
Yeah, it just didn't happen overnight. I didn't get fat yesterday. It's happened for years.
Yeah.
Slowly. It's like someone said, it's like cooking a frog. You just slowly warm the water up until you boil it, and then it's done. Stuff don't happen overnight. We've already seen this. Look, from when we were growing up, how we thought, or I thought, looking back, how good our life was. Well, maybe because we were kids, right, and we didn't have to work. All we had to do go to school and go eat dirt out in the yard. But I do think it was a little better in the 60s and 70s. I really do. And then slowly, right now, 80s kind of got a little shittier, 90s got a little shittier, 2000s got a little, slowly, progressive. Right? They're not going to, and I think it was, I don't know if it was Russia that said, well, we don't have to, America's they'll implode on themselves. We don't have to invade them. Or it might have been China. We'll just infiltrate instead of invade, right? And then that's what they did. And now look at us.
Reagan said if we ever fail, we fail from within.
Yep. Yep, and now look at us. Here we are.
Failing from within.
Yeah, Passover, all that stuff, like Mardi Gras, all that stuff tied in together. Connie wants you to drop that link again, Chuck, if you could.
Link on that occult stuff.
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, I like why things are the way they are. You look into them, you're like, well, how does this work? How does that work? How did this become the way it is now? There's all this stuff happened way back then, and nothing's really changed. If you look at a washer and dryer, nothing's changed too much. Look at an automobile. That's been the same thing for 120 years. Same basic principle.
Just has extras.
Yeah.
You remember in the 70s with Star Trek, and then look at the 90s cell phones look just like them. They're
I thought we'd be having flying cars by now, like the Jetsons. I thought for sure we'd be having flying cars by now.
They got those mag rails, mile rails, or whatever that they nearly fly, but they do it in the tunnels.
Yeah, like we got like a big amusement park here, Cedar Point. They have those rides.
Yeah, I ain't been there in forever. That or Kings Island. I don't even know if Kings Island's still open, is it?
No, I don't think so. Six Flags, I think they're still open. I haven't been there in a long time.
You know, even when I was a kid, being at all that, even going to amusement parks and carnivals and all that, I still liked it better going to Toledo to Puddin Bay or whatever, and just hanging out at a cottage and fishing.
Did you hear about that teenager that I think it's in Florida, that fell from a very high distance on a ride?
No.
I think I heard something about it.
He was a big boy too. He was probably, I think they said over 6 feet and 250, 60, 70 pounds, something like that.
What, the thing didn't hold him in the car or whatever?
Somebody was saying they didn't check him or something like that. They heard someone say you must not have checked him or something, but he fell from like high up. It was one of those that goes up and then it drops.
Yeah.
You know, one of those.
Some of the things go up 500, 600, 700 feet.
Yeah, he was pretty high up from what the picture had.
We were at Cedar Point. You know, they kind of like the cable ride that they have, like when you go skiing, that carries you back up the mountain or whatever.
Mm.
They got one of those at Cedar Point, and I got on it with them. And that was more scary to me than the roller coaster because it just kind of just. We got back.
Yeah.
Let's take it back to the front. I'm like, no, I'd rather walk.
All right, I gotta use the bathroom again, so you guys hold the fort down.
All right.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah, they say sometimes being big is worse than being small in lobbing rides because the thing don't hold you in right.
Yeah. The Be Charming says those rides have lights that show the seat belts are injected. And they said the light was on. I remember reading that too. They said his light was on, but he was kind of a big teenager. Big boy.
That sucks.
I know.
It was a couple of years ago, somebody slipped in the seat and one of them roller coasters went under stuff real close. The kid slipped up the seat and he took the top of his head off.
Ah,
Same kind of thing. I guess the seat buckle or belt or the bar
Yeah.
or something malfunctioned and let him move.
yeah. Yeah. That's awful. Well, there was a water park ride. Is that the same one you're talking about?
Might
A young
be.
boy? Yeah, water park ride that the kid, he was decapitated. His family and he were on.
That's one thing we should never have to do, to bury one of our own kids.
Yes, I know. I'm very lucky. My kids are in their 30s, so I haven't, they've been fairly lucky in life.
Yeah, mine, what, 35, 30, 27, and our youngest is gonna be 16 here in a month or so.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like those rides when I was a kid. Now I'm like, man, there's a lot of things that go wrong on these rides. I'm just gonna watch everyone else.
I
Yeah.
loved them until I worked a few carnivals and helped take them down, and a lot of that stuff's only held together by a clevis pin and a little cable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all crazy. Oh no. TJ says last time I rode a roller coaster, it stopped at the top. We all had to get off and walk back down. That's a ways up. Some of those rides are 200-300 feet up.
Oh, my God.
That would be a little sketchy. I'd be like, look, I want my money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for the ride, for being at the park.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
Yeah, there's a train trellis we walked across in Tennessee where my cousins are at. And I swear it's a half a mile across it. We got about 2/3 of the way and we heard a train.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And then we had to figure out which way it was coming from and run. It ended up being the shorter way, but I was the biggest one, but I was the fastest too.
Yeah. What was that show, Chuck?
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. That was a good show. That was a real good show. Yep. Yeah. Which way do we go? You better not screw up because you only got a few seconds either way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell, we probably had a minute or so when it did come through after we got off of it, but if any one of us would have fell or got our foot stuck like that kid did or whatever, we'd have been screwed. I didn't ever go across them like that again.
No. Yeah, they're all spaced out. Yeah. That'd be pretty sketchy.
Yeah, because the gap between the railroad ties was as wide as the railroad tie. It didn't look like it when you're walking, but if you look down,
Yeah.
you would fall through it, but you run your leg.
Yeah. Yeah, Brew, it's like swimming in the ocean, not knowing what's underneath you.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
That's anxiety. That's
scary.
like up here in Michigan, there's a lot of lakes that you swim in and you jump in, it's over your head. But there's really no, you might have like sturgeon or pike or something, but they're really not going to mess with you. Ocean, now you got 20-foot great white or 12-foot tiger, 10-foot bull shark. You don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Jellyfish.
Octopus.
Big bait.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
stingrays, jellyfish. And
Yeah.
they go down like it's a mile or if even more than that down in parts of it.
yeah,
And it's dark.
it's sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
When I'll tell you guys a pretty cool story. I think it's a pretty cool story, but we went on a liveaboard in Thailand. So we went to Thailand for about 17 days. We went on a liveaboard, which is just a boat, or I guess, and you can live on it for 4 days or 5 days, whatever. And we go scuba diving like 3 times a day, 3 or 4 times a day, I can't remember. And we got our advanced scuba certification doing that. Well, one of the certs, I think there's 6 certifications. You got to pick 4 of them, and you got to complete 4 of them. So one was like navigation, one was a night dive, one was plant identification or animal identification, whether it's a vertebrae or invertebrate or something else. I can't remember. And then there was something else. But anyway, so one night we pull into this, it's kind of like a bay or a cove or whatever, and we dive. And that night we had to do our night dive. Well, everything eats at night, right? So Michelle, she's freaking out. We're all in the water. She's the last one on the boat,
Oh, geez.
kind of crying and all this other stuff. Guy looks next to me and goes, "Hey, man, you know, you don't have to make her do any of this." I look at him kind of funny. I'm like, "I ain't making her do anything." I said, "But I guarantee she'll do it." So she jumps in the water. As soon as she jumps in the water, she just like everything locks up. She gets cramps everywhere. But you're floating, so you ain't really got much to worry about other than it's dark time in the water with everything that hunts at night. Other than that, everything's cool, right? And you got a flashlight, but don't shut the flashlight off underwater because it won't turn back on. No big deal though. Just, you know, go have fun. And it was a pretty cool dive. So we get down there. It's shallow. It's maybe 40, 50 feet. And, you know, so like the shallower the water, the shallower dive you go on, the longer you can stay underwater. So we're under there maybe 45 minutes or something. So we seen this big moray eel. Probably, I don't know, it's probably like that, maybe 5 foot, 6 foot. Because you never really see them out swimming in the daytime. They're always backed into a hole. And their mouth just kind of opens and shuts and opens and shuts. It's pretty cool. Just don't mess with them. That's just rule of thumb. Don't mess with anything in the ocean. It's more likely it's going to kill you. But this one was out swimming, right? Because it's hunting at night. And we're like, oh. And we've seen a bunch of other stuff. But again, you don't know what's behind you. You're probably never going to see a shark that's going to attack you. You're never going to see it. It's going to come up and get you from underneath, or you're probably never going to see it. They're apex predator. So, I mean, once you realize that and you go in the water, you're like, well, it is what it is, right? It's like skydiving. It is what it is. But she gets up there. We get done with the dive, and, you know, she's pretty happy about being done with it, you know. But it was cool. It was something that you're like, yeah, I'd probably do another night dive. But again, just like Bruce said, and I've never been in the ocean that I can remember. I always knew there was a bottom, right? Of course, there's always a bottom in the ocean, right? We know that. But like sometimes that bottom's a mile down, right? So just thinking about that kind of blows your mind. But I haven't been out where it's like 500 feet and you're going down 100 feet to look at something like on a cliff or something. And sometimes, you know, it could suck you down. And if you don't know what you're doing, then it's a bad day for you. But there's always been a bottom where I've dove. Whether you can see the bottom. I've been 100 feet and there's another 30 feet. You're going to be at the bottom. So, yeah. But there's something about that. All right, you're out in the ocean. A mile is the bottom. It's like, yeah, that's not good. That kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Even after knowing the dangers or possible dangers that you might have, my biggest fear would be you can't see what's coming at you in that water until they're fairly close to you, right?
It all depends. It just depends where you go.
Can you see them from a distance?
Yep. In the daytime, you can. Nighttime, no, you're not.
No.
Well, in the daytime, we could probably see if you're on right. If you're by yourself and you got a little flashlight, you might be able to see 10 feet. Now, if you're with 3 or 4 other people and you're kind of all beside each other, you could probably see 15 or 20 feet. It all depends.
Oh.
Matter of fact, we have done 2 night dives. Let me back up. We have done 2 night dives, but no, it's like anything, Diamond. I mean, everyone's like, well, I would never do that. I would never go skydiving. I would never go scuba diving. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Well, for one, in my opinion, you're missing out on a lot of cool, awesome things, right?
Yeah.
But here again, you're going to drive to work 2 or 3 feet away from someone else going 60 miles an hour. But you do that every single day. That's way more dangerous, in my opinion, than scuba diving or skydiving or spelunking or whatever you want to do. That's way more dangerous.
Mine compared to scuba diving at night. He said it's kind of like going in a graveyard when it's pitch black. He said it gives you a rush and it's kind of like makes your butt clench up. He said, but he loves it.
Yeah.
I would probably have a heart attack before I jumped out of the aircraft or jumped into the water, and the first thing I saw something, I would probably kill. Yeah.
I can imagine Jeff's face though when he's seen that eel. It's probably a big snake.
Yeah. they're kind of cool. They really won't mess with you. Nothing really messes with you unless you mess with it. I mean, maybe a bull shark or a tiger or a great white, maybe, but they're not really going to mess with you.
I was watching a video, these people were free diving for those great big shrimp and lobster and stuff like that, just wearing a snorkel.
What's up, remote?
Hey,
Hi,
beautiful
Remote.
peeps. I love you all. I thought I'd come on, say hi.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Chuck, good to see you. Diamond Lil, my favorite girl from the main side of the tracks. Just saying. Faith, love you, love you. Jeff, you the man. The
You're the man.
popcorn king.
Popcorn with a bad dude.
That's right. Oh, bots. We got bots.
That's all right. They'll take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone got them.
That's disgusting.
I
No,
know,
we
it
did
pisses me off.
We did a night dive in Hawaii, but it was at night, but there was a lot of lights down there. So a long time ago, divers that were at this, I think it was a Sheraton, and it's on the Big Island. They'd have manta rays come in, and the manta rays would come in because there was lights on the ocean, and they could see the plankton. So they come in there and they'd eat, and they're like, "Hey, this is a good idea. Let's go dive with them." And so now they submerge lights, big lights, like maybe 2-3 feet, and then they just light everything up. And then all these manta rays come in. They come in every single night, and they'll almost belly to belly you. They'll do like barrel rolls. You're not supposed to touch them, but if they touch you, that's fine. So now you're down there, and right there's a lot of waves. So you're trying to. I got a video on Facebook. When it comes up, I always post it. But if it comes up again, I'll post it to YouTube if I can. Very, very cool. I mean, these things get big old mouth. And they just kind of got those things. They're not going to hurt you. The only way they could hurt you is if they ran into you or they took a big flipper and smacked you. It's not like a stingray where they can stick a barb in you. The stingrays aren't going to do that anyway, unless you're really messing with them. They don't want, because it hurts them when they do it, and they don't want to. They don't want to do it. It's like almost like a bee. They really don't want to do it, but if they have to, they will. So it's all cool stuff. But that was kind of more. It was a night dive, but it was so lit up. It wasn't bad.
Whales like plankton, right?
Yep. But more likely, you're not gonna encounter a whale because you're too loud. Now, if you free dive, you got a good chance. Now, a whale shark, they'll come up to you. That's fine. But like a humpback or a blue whale, you're too loud. They don't really want to mess with you. They don't. So you got to free dive. So
You got a
Yeah,
good
sir.
crew in here, Jeff. They're all telling me, change your name, change your name.
oh yeah.
Love them all. You got a great bunch here. We had fun last night. I got a note late at night. I was still awake, surprisingly, from Bella to come join Dave Snedeker on his show last night. Did we ever have a riot?
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
I love Dave.
Dave's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish we could fix the chaos in his chat that happens at times, but other than that,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that everywhere for the most
yeah,
part.
it's true.
I didn't get it for a while. I went a long time without getting it. Now I get it almost every time. The longer I stay on, the more I get it. But I'll get off here shortly.
Now, are they computer generated from somebody? Well, I mean, I don't know how the bots work. Can someone
not sure.
explain it to me?
I think somebody dragged them in with them and then popped them in the chat. Like it was just these a few things happen. Like somebody will come in and like this guy that just came through, they'll pop him, and next thing you know, you'll see a bunch of the others start showing up. That's the way it always happens on mine, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, they hang out in gangs, it seems.
Are
Yeah,
they real people or computer things?
I think they're all a bunch of little Chinese people sitting at desks in one room going after channels they don't like.
Oh, okay.
You
China.
can put a 1 minute
Roger that. Roger that.
where you have to be sub for 1 minute, it'll stop it, but
Zachary. You got a whole room full of asshole.
oh,
Well, anyone got anything else? Remote, you just getting on here. You got anything?
No, I just wanted to come say hi to my favorite peeps because you were on, and I was watching a bit earlier, and then Troop was giving me the gears about the walks. We went and did that, and then I went and got my Tim's sausage wrap, and you were still on, so I thought I'd better come say hi.
yeah, I was watching one of my crime spoof things remote the other day, and they were talking about somebody, the reason they caught the person, because they caught him on video at the drive-through to Tim Hortons up there in Canada. They caught it indoor and outdoor, and they finally got pictures of the one they were looking for.
That's happened more than once. There was a guy that I think, was it a Burger King or something down the States, and the guy, some drunk passed out in the drive-through, and another time somebody, I think he shot into the checkout window and then passed out in the drive-through.
It happens.
You can't make this stuff up.
It happens.
Yeah.
What it was, this girl disappeared. Couldn't figure out where it was, and they ended up tracking her, where her card got used. They tracked her card to Tim Hortons. They went there and found it at the time through the camera, seen her car pull up in the drive-through right before she paid, and seen two people driving, and ended up, when they showed it after the guy at the window moved out of the way, it showed the two roommates that were supposedly on vacation. They were driving her car. They ended up killing that old girl, all because they owed her $500 or $600 in rent.
Yeah, this is craziness. Harming, killing, maiming other people for a few dollars is just insanity.
That tells you the level of some of the younger, but it's, I guess, anybody really. Age doesn't matter. Stupidity is all a big thing. Greed.
Yeah, I remember when I had nothing, I was broke as could be, but somehow the good Lord provided. I didn't go hungry. A lot of, people aren't blind. They see a young person out there that's down on their luck, and they won't let them starve to death. It's just these people have warped ideas about getting on in this world, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My oldest brother, one of my older brothers that is taking care of my dad who has dementia, and he's been moved to a nursing home. They called him the other day and said that my dad is refusing his medicine, and asked my brother what does he want them to do? And my brother said, don't force him, don't make him take it.
Respect his wishes.
Yeah. Yeah, she said, we can take it and crush it up and put it in his food and stuff, hide it. And my brother's like, no, if he's refused to take it, there's a reason, and just leave him alone.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Doctors I used to work with were pissed off at me all the time because a nurse's responsibility is to advocate for their patients. And so I would remind them that they have the right to refuse medication. They
Yes.
don't have to do whatever the doctor says, but the doctors don't like that. And now look at the mess we're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Doctors are like cops, and
Yeah.
they just want to force their they think their way's the right way.
Mhm.
Teachers can kind of do that sometimes. Like, this is how
Yes.
you're gonna have to learn. If you don't
Yeah.
learn this way, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
Bosses at work, kind of the same way. Hey, I'm the boss. This is this way. Okay, we'll do it your way. Then we're
Yeah.
gonna fail, and then you're gonna do it my way eventually.
Right.
It's all the same thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes I do the same thing. I tell Michelle or whoever, look, this is the way it's got to be done. We're like, no, let's think about it. Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
But it's like, if no one's gonna make a statement or something, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it my
Yeah.
way. And even if it's the wrong way, then I'll do it until it's wrong, and then I'll fix it.
Right.
Because I don't know which way's the right way, the wrong way. I don't know, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna start. I'll go somewhere and I'll start going in the right direction, or maybe the wrong direction. But I'm gonna realize, oh, this is a dead end. Then I'm gonna turn around a little bit, and go the right way.
Yeah.
It's like eventually you found out what the hole in your popcorn bucket was for.
Right.
There we go.
It's
I'm gonna
the
drop down
share.
that.
You know.
Oh, that's kind of gross. I don't know if I want to think that, but you know,
Chuck, you outta here?
remote.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Love y'all. Have, thanks.
All right,
for
Love you,
bye,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Take care, brother.
Love you, ma'am. Thanks for coming.
Remote, by being an advocate for the patient, though, I mean, you can explain or the doctor can explain to the patient what will happen if they don't, and this and that, but the patient still has free will to choose what they want.
Amen.
So, yeah, and so like you, telling the doctor about that, I mean, I commend you for doing that, because that is the patient's right to choose what they want. And I get the doctor. I know the doctor is, he's,
He's thinking
doing
about
his-
his pocketbook,
well, his pocketbook, and he's doing, he's doing what he's supposed to, or he's been told to do. But he's also got to remember that the patient has the ultimate say on, what is being done to them, right?
Absolutely. And this is why I got ran out of nursing, not because I wasn't a good nurse. I was a darn good nurse
I'm sure you were.
because I cared about my patients. And
Yes.
in fact, because I was injured by the stab things, I refused to give those or take them. And so they didn't like that either.
Yeah.
And then I sort of was warning people about what we're seeing now, that these things aren't good. And look what we got now.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think there were, do you think there was a percentage of them that there wasn't the poison in there? They were just like, I don't want to say placebos, but what am I looking for? Like saline? Is that what I'm looking for? Something like that?
Yeah, well, because this was actually a test and they were using humans as guinea pigs,
Yeah.
part of the protocols for doing that sort of thing is you need to have what's the term I'm looking for? You need to have a group that's not getting the thing to compare side effects.
Yep.
And so that is likely a truism, but then who knows if when people went back for their boosters or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's disgusting to even think of what they did. So,
I don't think we've even seen all the fallout yet. It's barely even started. I think it's going to be massive.
I'm looking at, in the paper, I look at the obituaries just every day to see, if I know somebody or whatever. And I've noticed the age of the people right now that are going are young people.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
we're talking 50s, 60s, my
Well,
age.
I've been seeing 17, 18-year-old kids lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's
I know for a
sad.
fact, because I know some young people that were friends of this one person that they confirmed that it was because of that. So it's pretty frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap just said we're all trial subjects. So look at our food.
That's true.
Look at
Chemtrails.
chemtrails. Look at Roundup.
Control group.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
It's like,
Water. Water.
yeah, fluoride. Look at toothpaste.
They pushed fluoride when I was a kid,
Oh,
and
sure.
my kids were kids. Yeah.
There is zero benefits to fluoride. Zero.
Well, unless you were one of the evil ones, the benefit was that we're doing the slow kill.
They don't want to kill you right off the bat, right? They want to kill you when you're about 66, like a year after you retire.
Well, and they don't want it to be too obvious either.
Right. Right. Yeah, look at cancer.
Yep.
I don't know. Hey, we got some hot girls. Craig must be in chat. Hot girls and boys.
There was the website that he went to there. What is that? He put your name in there, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, some
Yeah.
Korean.
Thing, yeah. They followed you.
They love Jeff long time.
They
Long
love
time, I love
Jeff,
you.
yeah.
Hey, Michelle went to the store. She's back now. I'm gonna have to help her get some groceries. We put an offer in on a house, and we should find out at 6 o'clock if they accepted it. If they did, I'll put some on my community page. But thank you all for being here. Hey, Nix.
Good seeing you both. I love you.
Yeah,
Bye,
good
good
talk.
seeing you.
I'm
take
gonna
your
go-
mask.
I think I'm gonna go live just for fun. So just so you guys know, if you want to
Okay.
come over, give me 5
Okay.
minutes.
Awesome.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.